So y'all, let's talk about Egypt and what it really means. Now, a lot of people think Egypt is on the map, because the people have stolen the biblical scriptures and just told us whatever it is. Now, we say a state of mind for a reason. What state of mind you're in? Now, when it comes to God teachers and those who teach the word and the priests, they are in the state of mind of Egypt. So when Moses got us out of Egypt, a lot of people think Moses went to what? Another landmass or another state and got us out of people. So we have a lot of arguments about the Israelites never been in Egypt. Well, yeah, because Egypt is a state of mind. Pharaoh will be the false priest. Pharaoh musicians. So these people and the song that they are singing keeps us in captivity. So after Moses brought us from the idol worship, what did the people do? They went right back into idolatry because they didn't believe Moses. But when they went back in idolatry, they didn't go back to the land of Egypt. They went back to worshiping false gods. And since our forefathers did that, when God sent these prophets to take us out of Egypt, which is from the idol worship, we went right back to it. So it's read in Deuteronomy 28. And this is how you know Egypt is not the place, because why would we have to go on ships? Make myself a little smaller. So it says, and the Lord shall bring thee unto Egypt again with ships, by the way wherefore I spake unto thee, and thou shalt see it no more again. And there thou shalt be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So where's the story about us being sold in Egypt? Because Egypt represents all the people, all the places that we have went, but we was going to be captive at and do what? Worship false gods. So all the places where we have been scattered at, we worship false gods. So where are we? We are in Egypt. We're not in Egypt, what they call in Africa, because our forefathers never called that place Egypt. Egypt simply means idol worship. Disprove it, because why are we going back to Egypt on ships? The scattered people wasn't sold in Egypt, just in Egypt. So we are the people that was taken on ships. We are the people that was scattered, and we are the people that's in Egypt. Now, I want you to walk with me and go to another verse that's going to back up what I'm saying. So now, we're in the book of Revelations. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So, we telling us that Christ was crucified in the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. So why is Sodom and Gomorrah and Egypt tied together? Because these are mind frames that the people are in. These are not places you could find on a map. These are states or mind that the people are in. So in the last days, which was going to be the great city where we were scattered to, the Lord was going to be crucified in Egypt, where the people worship idols. The Son of God was going to be walking among them, and they going to deny him because of the idols they worship. And that was going to cause what? Him to be crucified. But this is the same one that's going to what? Heal you and bring you out of Egypt, as is written in Jeremiah. God going to gather you from what? The four corners of the earth and bring you back. Who is going to gather you from the four corners? The same one you crucified. So I hope this understood. I hope y'all got some understanding on what Egypt is. Egypt simply means idol worship. It's not a place on the map, y'all. You can't go to Egypt. The Romans put Egypt there. Just like they created Israel in 1948, they created Egypt too. They created Jerusalem, because these are places that don't belong on the map. These words have meaning, and they connected to God prophecy in the last days. That's why I say the New Jerusalem is coming from heaven. It's also written what? The people in Jerusalem, they worship what they do not know. So on that note, y'all, I hope the Father has circumcised y'all hearts and ears for the message. Peace and blessings. I'm out.